Hello, beautiful people. Blessings, shalom. I hope you're all doing well. Tomorrow is the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day. And in celebrating International Women's Day, I wanted to take 7 days to celebrate and highlight 7 women in the Bible. I'm a bit late starting because today's Tuesday, but who cares? And today I wanted to chat about one of my most favorite women in the Bible. Just kick it off with a bang. And her name is Deborah. Okay. Deborah is a baddie, okay? If you want to know about Deborah, the account of Deborah's life, which is like not enough of an account, right? But we hear and read about Deborah in Judges 4 and Judges 5 in the Old Testament, and she was one of the judges. So before the Hebrews had a king, they had an era where they only had prophets and judges, right? And she was the only female judge over the Hebrew children at the time. And not only that, but we also know about Deborah is that she's the only judge who's also known to perform as a prophet or to function as a prophet as well as a judicial function. I hope I said the word correctly. And her name means bee. And it's like, okay, who wants their name to mean bee? But we know that everything in the Bible has significance. So bee, bees have different functions, right? So 4 key things to highlight around bees is one, that they follow their leader during a swarm, and so the Hebrew children at the time would have obviously followed the judges as people who were anointed by God to preside over them. Secondly, the sting of a bee is quite painful, but the honey that they make is quite painful. So hey sis, look at you. And then thirdly, they collect pollen and nectar, not for their own benefit, but for the colony. And then finally, bees are a lowly insect, which is a reminder to God's children to be humble, which are all beautiful things that I like. And the point of this whole series is to go, I think there's a little bit of us in all the women of the Bible that we can, in different times of our lives, look at someone in the Bible and go, yeah, I totally relate to that. Like, I can see how that shows up in my life, or I can see how I'm doing that. Or we can even just look at her and go, oh, that's the lesson to be learned here. And I want to share, this before I did a Bible study on who Deborah was, this was the line that made me want to find out more about Deborah. So literally at the start of Judges 4, there's a conversation happening between Deborah and Barak, who is the leader at the time. Well, sorry, one of the military leaders, I guess, at the time. And they are going to war against Kadesh, a place called Kadesh. And Barak is like, hey, yo, I ain't gonna go if you don't come with me. And Deborah's like, okay, cool, I'll go to war with you, fine, whatever. And she goes, I'll go to war with you, but, and I want to read from you. So this is Judges 4, verse 9. So in Judges 4 verse 8, he says, if you don't come, I ain't gonna go. In Judges 4 verse 9, she says, certainly I will go with you, but because of the course you are taking, the honor will not be yours, for the Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman. So Deborah went with Barak to Kadesh. And I was like, girl, I was like, I know who this woman is, but I need to know more about her. And what I really like about Deborah, first of all, is that there is a shortness in the fact that she's badass. Like, she's a game changer. She is the one to have in your corner. And she's a move maker. Like, she does the things, right? And so to say to you, in what ways in your life do you show up as a person who makes the move, that when you show up, people are like, it's about to change because Deborah is here, right? And in what ways are you the person that people go, hey, if you don't come, I'm not going. Like, if I don't have your support, if I don't have you in my corner, if I don't have your backing, I'm not doing this thing, right? And to know that, to be the kind of person that carries that kind of weight or that kind of confidence that people have in you, is what is your walk in life like, and how are you showing up that's making other people feel that way, inclined or inspired about you. And then thirdly, for me, what stands out about Deborah is the humility, right? Deborah knows 100% that she's a game changer. She knows her power and strength and anointing as a prophet. She knows her ability as a judge, a judicial overseer, but she also knows her skill as a warrior, and she knows she can make a play and a move, right? And she knows the difference, the value that she can bring to a situation. But she also has the humility to say to Barak, listen, if I go, I will get the honor because we would have won this at my hand. Are you okay with that? And he says yes, so to go even in the moments when you know that you the one, you are the girl you think you are, is how do you carry that with grace and poise and humility? And what I love about Deborah and that particular aspect is that a lot of times I feel that people go, women are supposed to be quiet and timid and not celebrate loudly about their successes. And I don't take that away from Deborah's story. I don't think Deborah is saying to Barak, oh, I don't want people to praise me. Like I don't want the spotlight to be on me. So, I feel like she's going, okay, I'm gonna do this. And if I do this, I'm gonna shut it down. And because we both know I'm about to shut this down, I just want to make sure you're good with the fact that I'm gonna get the glory, right? But it's not cocky, it's not arrogant, it's just very, it's a fact. He's a made up fact. So I want to say to you, beloved, like, what factual ways are you just winning in life? And that is just who you are because it's the grace that you've been given to be in life. And what do you personally take away from Deborah's story? And in what ways do you feel like you are like Deborah? Or in what ways would you like to aspire to be more like Deborah? I hope that Deborah's confidence and her conviction and her abilities and her calling inspires you to tap into your own giftings, abilities, and to be confident in that and to trust that Yahweh has called you to great, amazing, wonderful things and that you can confidently and boldly walk in your calling.